Yeah. What's good? Y'all tuned into the Link Up featuring Symone Stanley, Lord Brunson, and yours truly, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the energy. Y'all know how we give it up here, man. Symone, LB, how we feeling? Talk to me.
I'm good, man. I'm good,
bro.
and it ain't nothing to say for me. You know, listen. I ain't got nothing to say. I just know folks better produce.
Simple as that, right?
That's where I'm at with it.
I'm just annoyed with the fact that like we've had so many big games of the week. I know heavy is the head that wear the crown, but golly, like dang, can we not have no rest? It's like every 2 weeks, it's like game of our lives, game of the season, NFL game of the week. It's been like this for the past 3 years. Like, whew,
hey man, this what we wanted, man. This what we wanted, but this is the biggest game of the season so far.
I would probably agree with you on that.
Throughout the season, we always got the Bucks game was the biggest game of the season at that time. The fact that we have so many biggest games of the season within one season is why this year is sickening, bro.
But see, the reason why this is so I already knew this was going to be bigger than the Bucks because the Bucks was early. Like you could have lost that game, and who cares? You could have still probably had the same record. So you could swap out the Bucks game that win with not letting the Broncos come back, and your record's the same.
Right.
It still puts you on this trajectory. The only game that I thought that would have been bigger than this would be one of those Commanders matchups had they stayed healthy.
I thought the Green Bay game was big.
So, like that Rams win might have been the biggest win. Like it's in the past, right. But now going forward, because the Lions got a tough 7 out of their next 8 games are playoff games.
Yeah, I think
so. That's a good point. All of those conference games,
that we
won,
played a lot of. Rams game was probably our biggest win for us. This
I like where you're going with this. I like where you're going with this because we're going to peel the layers back. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Subscribe to Lord Brunson. Subscribe to Symone with the Sport. Subscribe to Chalk It Up Sports. We got a lot to get into. We're going to get into the A.J. Brown stuff. We're going to get into seeding and the standings. We're going to get into how the Eagles are playing offensively and defensively. We're going to get into the Eagles-Lions matchup, right? Since we're already there, let's kind of hang around there for a little bit, right? Let's hang around with the conference, the standings, and how the Eagles match up with the Lions matters, right? So you guys kind of touched on it already. That Rams matchup was big, right? It was big. The Tampa Bay matchup was big. You beat the Vikings as well. That was a big matchup. You beat Green Bay in the knuckle dragger game, right? And now you got Detroit this week. When you think about the lay of the land and how the conference is set up, and in particular, when you hone in on the teams that are considered playoff teams right now in the conference, because I honestly think this is like for the NFC at least, the top 7 teams, I pretty much feel like that's what it's going to be, right? You got the Eagles at the number 1 seed, Seahawks at 2, Detroit at 3, Tampa Bay at 4, Los Angeles at 5, Chicago at 6, Green Bay at 7. I think it's going to stay like that, but we'll see. But the reason I brought up the previous games like you guys, right? You beat Tampa Bay already. You beat LA. You beat Green Bay, right? So far, 3 out of the 6 teams that you could potentially face in the playoffs, you've beaten the regular season. You still got to play Detroit. You still got to play Chicago. You have a chance to beat 5 out of the 6 potential teams you could play in the playoffs and have the tiebreaker owned over them. And that's why when people sort of complain about the nature of how those games went, granted, we're going to talk about the A.J. Brown stuff. I need people to focus on the larger goal here when it comes to those wins, right? Those games. Sure, we got a lot of stuff to nitpick about those games offensively and so on and so forth. But when you zoom out, winning those games was ultra important for the overall prospects of securing that number 1 seed. You own the tiebreaker over Tampa Bay. You own the tiebreaker over LA. You could potentially own it over Chicago. You already own it over Green Bay. You could potentially own it over Detroit. You beat Detroit, you beat Chicago, and you take care of business along the way. You control your own destiny to the number 1 seed. And I think in particular, this Eagles team this year, I think they need the number 1 seed. But let me get your perspective on everything I laid out when it comes to the standings, on the tiebreaker over a lot of these teams. What's at stake when you got Detroit and Chicago coming up? Symone, we can start with you.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of negativity floating around, which we do all the gosh darn time. The Eagles handled a lot of business already. Were we trying to figure some things out offensively? Have we been trying to figure some things out offensively throughout this year? Yes. But they handled some business, okay? Bucks falling off, so it don't mean that much at this point. But at that point, it meant a lot. That Rams win, an instant classic, that win is going to mean so much. Like, we got to give respect to what the Birds have already done. Looking at these next schedules, the Rams have out of the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Lions, and the Rams. The Rams have the lightest schedule going forward.
Mm-hmm.
The Lions have 7 out of their next 8 games, including us, are playoff teams. You know what I'm saying? They're going to catch 2 more L's. The Rams, they might catch 1. The Rams win, I feel like, is going to be the biggest for us because the Rams, this rest of the season, it's not looking rough for them. It's not looking as rough as it could be for them. So
they
having
play
that
the division, though, right? They got some division games left, I'm sure.
And that's the thing. The NFC West has a lot of divisional games left.
Yeah.
And I expect the Rams, I expect the Seahawks, and I expect the 49ers and the Cardinals to cannibalize each other. Same thing with the NFC North. The NFC North they got a ton of divisional games coming up. That's why you got to beat Detroit. You got to beat Chicago because you already own the tiebreaker over a bunch of those teams. Mm-hmm. A lot of the teams in the playoffs for the NFC, they're in the same division, so they're gonna fall in the standings no matter what. You got to take care of your business. Your whole division is out of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else, they're gonna eat each other alive. Which creates the runway for you for the number 1 seed.
And this is a big game. Do not get me wrong, but I don't want to see no drama if, in fact, the Eagles lose this game. Not saying I think they're going to lose, but it's a football game. It's any given Sunday. We grown, we adults, okay? They can lose the game. Don't nobody need to be in the comments crying or nothing, okay? If they lose this game on Sunday, it's nowhere near the end of the world for the Eagles' playoff hopes or even the Eagles' number 1 seed hopes, given the rest of the way that these teams have. So it's a big game, but I don't want to put too much pressure on it.
You got it. So I'm looking at this I'm looking at it the same, but a little different perspective here. You have to beat the Detroit Lions. You have 100%. To beat the Detroit Lions because you 100%. Have to get this number 1 seed. And I agree. The Rams game was extremely important to us getting that. So if we get the number 1 seed, that'll be the only time this year we have back-to-back home games, given that we advance in the next round of the playoffs. We don't have any back-to-back home games at all. So to even be 7-2 at this point is a blessing in itself. You know, luckily our fans travel well and all of that stuff, but the Philadelphia Eagles have some signature wins already on their on the resume. You know, a lot of people don't like the way that these wins have come about, but at the same time, a win is a win in the regular season. It is. It's a win. So, you know, I'm cool with it. But I'm going to tell you this right now. You're not going to beat Detroit scoring less than 20. You know what I mean? So you got to you got to come into this with a different mindset, man. You're not going to beat Detroit coming into less than 20. I'm always confident about the Eagles and who their opponent is, especially the last 3 years. I'm always confident since Jalen Hurts has been a starter. But this is probably one of the most least confident weeks I've had in a long time.
Wow.
One of the most least confident weeks I've had in a long time.
And how long? And how long? What's a long time?
A long time, a couple years, man. I've never picked the Eagles to lose.
LB, you don't wear that well.
In a couple of years,
I've never picked the Eagles to. I've never picked the Eagles to lose. But if there is a game that the Eagles should lose, with how invincible I think they are and how better I think they are than anybody else in the league, it would be this one, man. It's just too much shit going on, bro.
But my question is, even dating back to 2023, where we knew we was gonna lose every single game, you're less confident than in 2023, where we was getting walked down every game.
So
how far back are you saying a couple of years? Because
I don't have
every game.
I don't have confidence in the coaching on the offensive side of the ball. That's my whole thing. I just don't have confidence in the coaching on the offensive side of the ball, man. And it don't even have nothing to do with the game. that we just won. I understand that game. I understand that was what it was. But I'm not. So AJ Brown he's made his claims. He's made his rounds this week. How do you expect the coaching staff to respond?
So to me, it's not really, in my opinion, it's not really the coaching staff. In my opinion, it's how Jalen Hurts is going to respond. Because we already know Jalen Hurts is the leader of this G. We saw in the Rams game, Jalen Hurts took over. Jalen Hurts had that conversation with KP. We saw how it happened in the second half. We've seen so many plays this season, big plays where it's like Jalen Hurts took over, Devontae Smith took over. So in my opinion, it's not even like how the coaching staff is going to respond. It's how Jalen Hurts is going to respond. And I got the utmost confidence in how Jalen Hurts is going to respond because Jalen Hurts is sick of this shit. This has a scenario where it's a Jalen Hurts shut these up at game, in my opinion, because we've seen in the past couple of seasons when it's been a situation like this, then Jalen Hurts comes out, hoops, distributes, dishes,
right,
does what we got to do. So
I understand all of that, right? But Jalen Hurts is shooting with one hand behind his back because the routes that AJ Brown is running aren't great routes. You know what I mean? They aren't designed to really get him in position. Now, you can take still shots all you want. Oh, AJ's open right here, whatever the case may be. You don't know to read. But AJ Brown is like last in the league in terms of crossing routes. He's only run 14 crossing routes. That's his specialty. 14 crossing routes. Puka Nacua has 59. That leads the league. He missed games. You know what I mean? I think the design and the way we're trying to get AJ Brown open is what worries me, and it gives me a little anxiety about how the coaching staff is going to respond because we know Jalen Hurts can throw the ball. This don't have nothing to do with Jalen Hurts, man. It has everything to do with how AJ Brown is being utilized, how Smitty is being utilized, how the pass catchers are being utilized. That's what has to change, and I don't see it changing this week. Do I think the Eagles are going to win this game? Yes, but the offense still might not look how everybody thinks it should look.
Yeah, I don't feel disconfident. Confident, if that's what it's supposed to be. I have my confidence.
You don't lack confidence. I
don't lack confidence.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, one thing we know about this team, the team is uber talented, okay? Mm-hmm. The defense is uber talented. Get into the Linc, this defense that we just saw on the road last week. Get into the Linc, man. I just feel like I'm not putting the Lions are a very good team. This is a big game, but I'm not putting the Lions on this big, badass pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not doing that. It's Jared Goff up in the Linc with these Bulldogs playing the way they playing. I
like that matchup.
He got to prove himself. Like, at the end of the day, he got to prove himself because we've seen Jared Goff in these big games these last couple of seasons. And what's happened? We haven't seen him in a big game at the Linc with these Bulldogs in his face the last couple of weeks. Like, I don't know, man.
I love that matchup. I'm not
dropping my
Kevin Petula was going to do probably
in the Jared Goff at the Linc with N'Kobe playing like this, with Jaylen Phillips playing like this, with Nolan Smith back, baby, with Bond playing like this. I'm not dumping my confidence. As sucky as we might be on offense, is Jared Goff coming to the Linc when the defense is playing out they freaking mind? Okay, I'll take AJ Brown on some bum ass routes over that.
And guess what, Symone? To your point, at the end of the day, look, right? I live in an open carry state, right? And basically, you know when somebody got it on them, and when you know somebody got it on them, you approach them a certain way, right or wrong, LB?
Fact.
Right. When you know somebody got it on them, you approach them a certain way. You handle them a certain way. So when I think about the Philadelphia Eagles, even though they haven't quite bust a gun yet, if you look at the arsenal, you still got to handle them a certain way. You still got to approach them a certain way and talk to them a certain way. Real quick. So what I'm trying to say is, although the Eagles' offense isn't playing the way we expect them to play with all the talent, teams come in and they still got it. You can't just come in and think, oh, the Eagles' offense ain't doing nothing. You still got AJ. You still got to account for AJ, Smitty, Goddard and Saquon and Hurts doing their thing with the offensive line. Even if the Eagles not playing their best, they still got that aura, if you ask me. So that carries them a little bit as well. But I think this game for the Philadelphia Eagles, their defense is going to have to play the best game they've played all year long, right?
Right.
And look, the Detroit, they're a talented team. They could put up numbers. But when I look at who they've beaten and what they did to those teams, they haven't beaten anybody worth anything. They haven't beaten anybody good. The moment they came up against real teams, they lost. They lost to Green Bay in opening week. They lost to the Chiefs on the road. They lost to Minnesota 27-24, right? That's a divisional game, so I give that a little bit of grace. But you lost to Green Bay. You lost to KC.
Lost to Carson Wentz. Was Carson or was that McCarthy?
That was. Let me double check. That was week 9, so that had to be Carson Wentz. They lost to I'm sorry, that was McCarthy. I lied. That was McCarthy. That's McCarthy.
Mad mid
like,
that game.
Mad so all I'm trying to say is
Sunday scared of.
All I'm trying to say is yes, Detroit can put these numbers up, but at the end of the day, they got to come to Philly. They got to lace it up just like we do, and they got to execute just like how the Eagles got to execute. So with all due respect to them, they got to show me because all these teams is putting up these numbers: Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago. Listen, all that is beautiful. It's cool. You know, your fantasy team doing well. You got to show me at the end of the day. You got to show them.
We're not going to act like the Eagles, 2 out of the last 3 games, haven't put together a good offensive performance. Two out of the last 3 games.
They have.
And also, I think the performance from Green Bay is being overrated, in my opinion. The offensive performance, AJ, obviously, we're going to talk about that. But I think that game in particular, that specific game, not the other ones, but that game in particular against Green Bay, I feel like that game from beginning to end was designed to go that way. That was a tough game, physical, less than 10 degrees outside. It was just one of those physical, low-scoring, old-school games. And I felt like that's just how that game went.
Right.
Nonetheless, though, LB, I want you to break down what's on your mind because I know you ready to let go.
Yeah.
No, it's not really nothing. It's not really nothing on my mind. I just don't have confidence on the offensive side of the ball right now. I mean, I just can't. First of all, we lead the league in 3 and outs,
which is weird.
Which is really it's very, very weird given the record that we have. Yeah. You know, if we're going to sit up here and say that the Lions or the Eagles need to have the best defensive performance of the night of the year to beat the Lions, then that already says that we don't really expect much out of the offense. Because if the Eagles are less than what they were against the Packers and clicking on offense, we blow the Lions out. Blow the Lions out.
To your point about that,
you know what I mean?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We blow the Lions out. We can't come out here in this game and put up 17.
No,
we can't. We have to execute, bro. We have to execute every time. Damn it! Every time we have the ball, it needs to lead to some type of points for us. We can't. Our punter need to take a break because you can't sustainably win the championship like this. Say we beat these guys 15-12. Yeah, we're going to get the win. Yeah, it's going to mean something, but you sustainably cannot win like this. Now, I will say this. I think a lot of the performance against Green Bay it's been bloviated. Everybody's been making it bigger than what it is because that was a game where you ran the ball. It was super, super cold. And I think Jalen left some meat on the bone. He missed Calcaterra and whatever. A lot of people are saying he missed A.J. Brown on one throw as well. But we've just seen this too many times from Kevin Patullo to where the offense is stalling out. We went into this game with the most 3 and outs. We left this game with the most 3 and outs. You know what I mean? So this wasn't new. Even with the 2 good performances we saw in Minnesota and the Giants. You know what I mean? It just has to be more consistent. I'm not asking for these guys to drop 100 points. I'm asking for it to be more consistent. You can't keep having these games where you don't involve A.J. Brown. It's gotten to the point to now where he's talking to the owner about the offense. If that's not a distraction, I don't know what is. That's the biggest distraction. That's more of a distraction than T.O. doing sit-ups in the driveway, bro.
Let's get into that then. Let's get into it then. Let's pour the layers back on that. AJ spoke to the media, probably his most potent interview ever as an Eagle. Probably his most, I mean, excluding that conversation he had on WRP where he just aired them out, but probably AJ Brown's most candid, most honest and transparent interview that we've seen from him in season. And he made it very clear. He said, listen, what happened last year, thank you for the ring, but we got to get it done today. We got to adapt. He didn't pull any punches. And I thought it was interesting how when the media teed him up for him to blame Jaylen, they teed him up for that. And he was like, honestly, I don't even think it's him. He said basically he got so much going on he got so much on his plate going on in front of him with the pressures and all that kind of stuff. Like, he didn't blame Jalen Hurts. For as honest as he was, he didn't outright blame Jalen Hurts. It seemed like he was talking around Jalen, but it seems like he's looking at these coaches like, yo, we haven't adapted. And it looks like they've been overcompensating as players for an offense that hasn't adapted. What was y'all takeaway from AJ Brown's press conference with the media? Because that thing set off a firestorm. The national media is going to be eating off that like Thanksgiving food. So, LB, we can start with you, dog.
I think so. So my initial take. So I'll start from the beginning. So when I saw the Twitch stuff, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like that.
I didn't like that either. To your point.
I didn't like that because I hate for it to be done that way. Had the interview been first, then I'm cool with the interview. I'm cool because that was like real. But he's saying on Twitch that was like him making light of his situation or whatever. And I get it, but I just don't like how that was done. First of all, like Rondo is cool. You know what I mean?
I like Rondo.
I talked to AJ that same day, and I talked to Rondo that same day. You know what I mean? Basically, AJ DM'd me, and he was like, Rondo ain't have nothing to do with it. He was right. He was like, but see, I ain't go for him. I'm like, yo, I feel like he lined him. I feel like he lined him up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he lined him up. That's how I took that because I just do things different. I'm just a little older. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna ask somebody how they family doing, and we gonna play the game, I don't have to record that. We could just talk on the headset. You know what I'm saying? But I understand streaming. I understand the world too. So when I was like, yo, I think he lined him up, I said it on Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I saw. Yeah.
Right. Then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what, man? I shouldn't even said that to homie. You know what I mean? I apologize to homie. You know what I mean? So then I go on my DM and AJ was already in there after I apologized. It's like, yo, man, just go light on him. You know what I mean? He was already in there like, bro, like, leave, like, don't start no nonsense with him. You know what I mean? If you want to be mad at me, be mad at me. You know what I mean? Then he was like, oh, I saw you apologize to him. I appreciate that regardless how you might feel of the situation. So I let him know how I feel about the situation. You know what I'm saying? He heard that. And then, that was just the end of the conversation for the day. Like, we ain't gonna drag it on. I have a, you know what I'm saying about it. But I just didn't like how that was done. Now, when you go to the interview, I respect that and I like that way more because that's man time. Because that interview made me change my pitch. First, I was like, yo, if you that unhappy and you doing all this Twitch shit, you could bounce. But the interview made me change my pitch. I'm like, you know what? He actually right. He actually talking facts. You know what I mean? He want to cook too. The offense wants to cook too. We can't keep letting the defense bail us out if we saying we're so great. He was talking, bro. We got AJ. Everybody say we so great, but we out here getting bailed out every now and then.
Stay there, LB. Stay right there.
Yeah.
To your point, right? You said that interview, out of everything he's been saying all season and years past, that was the one for you, which made you shift your position a bit, right?
100% I'm on his side.
Now to that point, AJ has never been wrong about what he said about the Eagles.
Never.
Now, people didn't like the way he went about it, but he's never been wrong. But this interview felt different. It felt different to me, right? And honestly, the way he gave it up in that interview, you can't tell me he don't want to be here. It's right. And I know people didn't look at it like that because people have been looking at it from the other way. Oh, AJ is getting pissed off, therefore he wants out. I've been looking at it from a different perspective. For him to be this, because he could have just been like, you know what, it is what it is, and shut down. He's been actively speaking on the same thing every week, saying, yo, we have to get better or we're going to get caught lacking. That's spoken. Somebody who says that it's coming from the perspective of somebody who wants to win. And not only that, but they want to be here. They want everybody to win with them.
And this is the thing, though, Tom.
Yeah, go ahead, LB. Yeah.
You have to have that mindset if you're going to repeat. You have to have that mindset. He like, I don't want to get caught slipping. He's like, yeah, it's cool right now, but the job ain't done. So cool right now. Yo, he was on the roster when we collapsed. We was 10-1.
Yes, he was.
You know what I'm saying? He know
what that look like. Yo, that's scarred niggas. I'm telling you.
Yeah, for sure. Like, bro, like the Commanders fan base, they happy as hell. They're gonna be happy for the next 2-3 years because they had a good season and died at the end, though. If we have a good season and don't complete the mission, come on, bro. We different, bro. We gonna hurt. We gonna hurt behind that. We're not gonna say, oh, we had a good year, because that's not the goal here, bro. That's not the goal here. It's not the goal here, man. And for him to say what he said, then it leads to a meeting with the owner. Now you're talking to people's bosses. You're talking to Howie's boss. You're talking to the coaches. You're talking to everybody answers to this guy. And me being a wide receiver, I have his ear to let him know my frustrations. Everybody got to step their game up now. Everybody, from the quarterback to the offensive line, everybody.
That's why I got them in this game winning.
Exactly. It's people on the team who might not even like that he started this much controversy, because now the boss is looking. So what are you going to do against the Lions? Which is why I opened this show up and said, I don't care what happens. People better produce. If now you want to be talking to the boss, you have to produce. I don't want to see you run the wrong route by accident. I don't want to see you drop a ball. I don't want to see Jalen Hurts miss a read. I don't want to see a single fucking mistake this Sunday.
I want to see separation from the route. I want to see separation.
I don't want to see a single mistake this Sunday. I want to see the offensive line blocking. I want to see everybody doing their job. If not, leave Jeffrey Lurie alone.
And also, Symone, I want your thoughts on this. A lot of the time, people win and they get fat. They get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this organization. I'm looking at A.J. Brown in particular. This man is far from satisfied with that one ring. When at the ring ceremony, he said, yo, I know it ain't easy, but we got to do this again. So he already know what the goal is. He already know that, yeah, we trying to win a championship. But at the same time, he know, and we know deep down, if A.J. Brown is not dominating, this team can only go but so far. Because he is such a cog in his machine. This team was built and constructed uniquely in a way to operate the way it operates. And when one piece is not doing what they're supposed to be doing because coaching them for whatever reason, the team, it looks herky-jerky. It doesn't work the same. The Eagles are a power football team. They are a bully football team. So when you think about what A.J. Brown said, that's coming from somebody that wants to be here. That's coming from somebody that's invested.
He was brought here to get us over the hump, and that's what he did. As soon as he got here, we went to the bowl. We didn't win. We knew we were the championship team when we got A.J. Brown.
We went there twice. And then
and this is the big thing, bro. If it's anybody that knows what it takes to get to a Super Bowl, I will have to listen to the wide receiver that been there twice in 3 years.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? I would have to listen to somebody like that.
But Symone, they because he a receiver, Symone, they look at him as he whining them.
Yeah, I'm not. Honestly, I'm cooler, y'all. This whole week I'm cooler. Like I'm in the same boat. Like, however AJ got to get the message across, the message has to get across. So I'm not even mad at AJ saying what he said on the stream. I'm not mad at him saying what he said at the locker, because at the end of the day, you have to take new measures to get the same message across. Like they've said before, you know, they've been vocal in meetings, they've been vocal at practice. That hasn't changed yet. So sometimes you might need something out the norm to shake it up. So I'm not mad at him going on that stream. He said he wasn't even apologizing for the stream, which I'm cool with too. Like he said, at the end of the day, I'm hanging with the homie. I'm laughing, got a darn near laugh to keep from crying. So it is what it is. This week, yeah, we need to see something different. But like you said, everybody's got to do their part on the offense. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got to execute. Offensive line is getting healthier. Cam Jurgens practicing. Entire offensive line full participant. So that's big as well. But I don't see it as I just don't see this as a do or die week. The Eagles got time to figure G out because we have such a lead in the NFC East. And we are winning games that in November, I don't see it as a do or die week. We have such a giant lead on the NFC East, right? We're winning. We can win. Check. Now it's just about fine tuning. So I'm not as like pressed. You know what I mean? Do they need to figure it out? Do they need to keep AJ involved? Yes, but I don't see it as like a this week or no week.
They got it. Listen,
figure it out by playoffs. Then
I would have felt the same way as you if Jeffrey Lurie wasn't pulled in on this. You know what I mean? Because now everybody is being watched. Everybody must do their job this week. Coaches, players, everybody. And AJ lit that fire. And I'm glad it was AJ because AJ does his job. He does his job. Yeah. He does his job. You know what I mean? He does his job. So,
and also, I think it's important to understand because I saw some people, Jalen Hurts. I've seen some people critical of how Jalen Hurts has handled AJ Brown throughout the season, right? And they're mostly talking about how he's responded in his press conferences. What people got to understand is that as the franchise quarterback, your job is more than just throwing the football. You have to represent the organization and represent your team, and you have to be ultra buttoned up. You have to be, or at least that's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be buttoned up. You're supposed to be presidential. So everything Jalen Hurts said in response to AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts said, "Listen, I'm not even focused on that. The more energy we put into that, the less energy we get to put the less energy we put into the Lions." So that was Jalen Hurts' sentiment, and ultimately he's right. Ultimately, Jalen Hurts has to say that. You need somebody to be an AJ Brown, and you need somebody to be a Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts handled that press conference and has been handling everything going on this season the perfect way, if y'all ask me. What's been y'all thoughts on how Jalen Hurts has been handling not only the dysfunctional offense, but just the seemingly disconnect between AJ Brown and the offense?
I mean, I feel like he can't handle it no better than he is. You know what I mean? We saw several times this season where he's taken over vocally on the field, cussed out KP. I'm saying we know that he's willing to, draw the line at some point. But I mean, it's just thank goodness we got Jalen Hurts as our quarterback because it is a lot. You have a lot of talent on your team, even if there wasn't dysfunction or even if the offense was putting up whatever. There's a lot of talent. You're gonna have. That's a lot to manage for a quarterback, whether they're speaking out against the offense or not. So the fact that there's all this confusion going on, people talking on podcasts, yada yada yada, and that Jalen is just so laser focused on keeping the main thing, not batting an eye, not getting distracted. We're blessed. Okay, we're blessed because there could be some other situations, and not even just Jalen Hurts. Darn near 52, everybody but AJ Brown keeping the main thing. Smitty hasn't said nothing. O-line hasn't said nothing like against or whatever with AJ. Nobody has said a peep. You know what I mean? So the fact that they can stay focused throughout all this is huge for everybody.
Smitty actually eating though.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Smitty could have an issue with AJ crying after wins. But
that's a good point. But I think
everybody is locked into the main goal, which is winning. Nobody. The fact that we don't have to deal with egos is a blessing.
I also think
they just go out and do their job.
Symone, I also think they all ultimately agree with him, but they just obviously playing their role. I think because Smitty's on record agreeing with AJ.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, but to your point though, Smitty and the rest of the guys, they haven't folded on AJ. Right, yeah. They haven't thrown him under the bus or try to scapegoat him or say, listen, we are pulling in this direction, he going that way. Like they even through the AJ stuff, this team doesn't appear to be fractured to me.
That's why I'm so confident in this team because it seemed like everybody's on the same page. There is nobody when you look at some of these other teams and sometimes the dysfunction. Everybody is on the same page. It just seemed like AJ is the one that's vocal about it. It don't seem like everybody wants to say, oh, it's dysfunction. It's one person speaking out, and it seems like everybody else agrees with it, and everybody else is fine with him speaking out. So I don't see why it's such. I know why, because they need something to talk about on them shows all day long. But it's really not that deep, in my opinion. Like it seems like everybody on the same page.
I think it is. I think it is that deep, man. I'm telling you, it's that deep. It's not that deep because we're in a regular season, and this is the point that I've been trying to drive home on this topic all week. You can't go into a playoff game and punt the ball 4 straight times. You're going to lose that game. You have to do things different, and I think it's affecting AJ this year the most because he's been with 4 different coordinators since he's been with the Eagles. He knows he's being used in a weird way. He knows it. You know what I mean? He knows it. He's had different coaches. He's had the same passing game coordinator. He know the issue is Kevin Patullo. He's not going to try to throw that man under the bus or nothing. But I don't know what he talked to Jeffrey Lurie about, but he knows he's being used wrong, and the numbers show it. The stats show it. The metrics, the routes ran, it all shows that AJ Brown is being used by like the play design is like a third grader drew some of this shit up.
And also, then what are they doing?
I don't want to.
They're talking about it at practice.
There's also one stat.
Jeffrey Lurie stepping in, which is my point. They know what the problem is, and they working to fix it, which is why I'm not worried. I'm not worried because AJ Brown is speaking up. Jeffrey Lurie and Big Dom are having a conversation. So it looks like they identified the problem and they're having the conversation. So that's why I'm saying it's not that deep, because it seemed like they taking the measures and the steps to address it.
The measures and the steps to address it have to be shown on the field. You can't do that in 3 days since he talked. But
the thing is, 3 days is not the playoffs. We saying we can't play like that in the playoffs. It's week 11. It ain't the playoffs. That's my whole point. It's like we win in our regular season games and we got the talent and we know what's wrong and the people who can make changes are having the discussions at practice. So come January, if she don't change, then it's an issue.
You lose to the Lions and the offense look the same. It's going to be an issue. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Even though we'll be 7-3, they will make us look like shit. They're already saying it's Philly's offensive problem. We're on a 4-game winning streak.
You know,
they're already saying it.
No, so you know what they're saying for real? They saying this is the game that's going to crack everything that's been exposed by the Philadelphia Eagles all year long.
They've been saying that all year long.
No, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. But they're saying this game in particular because they believe so wholeheartedly in these Lions who folded multiple times in the playoffs. But nonetheless, a lot of people believe this. If there's going to be any game to crack the Eagles, is this one. I'm not buying that though,
and I don't see that happening. The Lions will have to embarrass us for it to slightly crack us. Like if the Lions come in there and win the game 38-35, is it really that deep? I don't think so. But I don't trust Jared Goff. Jared Goff don't scare me, bro. The Lions do not scare me. Let me make this clear. If any of the things I was saying, the Lions are not scary to me. I think the Lions are ass, to be honest. They look flashy on all of this. I don't think the Lions have been punched in the mouth by a team like us. They don't scare me. What scares me is Kevin Patullo. He scares me, man. He scares me because he has the power to have people on the sideline fighting while the cameras are rolling. He's that bad. He's that bad. He's what scares me, man. Everybody's praying on our downfall. They're going to stay up late until 1 o'clock, hoping the Detroit Lions do it, and they won't. Like, they're not going to come into the Linc and beat us. I don't see it happening.
And that's my thing. They're not coming to Philly doing that. We're not going to Detroit. They got to come to Philly.
It's not going to work. It's not going to fly.
I'm not buying that.
It's not going to fly. But is Kevin Patullo going to be? Listen, Michael Parsons ain't chasing us around this time, bro. It's Aiden Hutchinson, man. That's a different level of edge rusher.
He's nice.
You have to be locked in. Rocky Sin, whatever his name is, the cornerback, he's going to be guarding AJ Brown. You have to be locked in. Brian Branch is a hell of a good defender in terms of slot cornerback or safety. We cannot play any games. That's all I'm saying. We can't come out there bullshitting, punting the ball, not being in sync on offense. I don't care what week it is. If you want to show right now that you can win the Super Bowl, it has to be this week.
And also,
it got to be this week.
Jalen Hurts in his press conference, he mentioned in, discussing the AJ Brown stuff, he mentioned that, listen, talking about the Lions, this is a team that has been, he said verbatim, this is a team that's been wanting their crack at us for a while.
Exactly.
So Hurts knows this. He knows that this is a big game. He knows that this Lions team, we got to expect them to throw their best punch. And that brother Jalen Hurts gives me so much confidence in games like this because he just stays here. No matter what's going on around him, he stays here.
When the stakes are the highest, That's what y'all wanted to see, huh?
And this defense is trending up, right? You know, we've talked about the standings and the playoff scene. We talked about the AJ Brown stuff with the offense. We gotta transition to that defense though, because yes, offense is struggling, but they're so talented they could pop at any moment. So when I think about the defense, because in my personal opinion, I'd rather be figuring out my offense right now than my defense. I'd rather have my defense completely squared away and it's trending up versus my offense, whereas though like I'm trying to figure it out. So at this time of the season, think about it. The Bengals, right? They had all that offense the past few seasons. No defense, can't do shit with it. So when I think about the Eagles at this point in the season, defense looks like a juggernaut right now ever since you added Jaylen Phillips, right? The way they played against Green Bay on the road, I feel good about this defense playing against anybody. The offense so talented, they could pop at any point. So at this point, I'd rather be figuring out offense than defense. So when I think about all that and put it in the same pot of gumbo, I like this Eagles defense against that Detroit Lions offense. Yeah, I know they got Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, but guess what? Jaylen Phillips and BG know how to set the edge and stop the run. Nolan Smith is back with fresh legs. Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis feeling good right now. You got that linebacker core that can run sideline to sideline with anybody. This Eagles defense was built from front to back with athletes that can run sideline to sideline. When Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie was building his roster, they brought in athletes, guys that could keep up with these mobile corners or these elusive running backs and tight ends. This team is built to stop a team like Detroit, if you ask me. Right. What's your thoughts on the defense and
the
also
Lions
keying on Jaylen Phillips?
The Lions just lost to the Vikings, a game they didn't even look alive in to the last 10 minutes, okay?
And that's the rivalry game. That's the divisional one.
Only the Eagles got Super Bowls every week. Only the Eagles is Super Bowl in week 11. If they don't win a week 11 game, then they ain't got no Super Bowl chance. That's only the Eagles. We talking about a team that just lost 2 weeks ago and wasn't even alive in the game until the last 10 minutes, okay? It's gonna be all right, okay? Like, only the Eagles gotta win every game to prove that they can win in January. Like, let's take this 1 week at a time. 1 week at a time. We are 7-2. Defense getting healthier and better every week. Offensive line getting healthier. These guys been here before. Was just here before. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be all right. Like, nobody else got to win every gosh darn week to win in February. Like, it's only the Eagles that got a Super Bowl every freaking week. They did this last year. If the Eagles don't win this week, it's over with. If the Eagles don't win this week, it's over with. If the Eagles don't win this week, it's over with. They did the same thing this season. Oh, if they don't beat the Bucs, it's over with. If they don't beat the Rams, it's over with. Once we beat the Lions, then it's going to be, if they don't beat the Bears, it's over with. If they can't beat Washington, it's over with. Every gosh darn week is, if they don't win this week, the G is over with. As long as we are playing our best football come playoff time, we gonna be fine. Literally, the coaches say you want to be playing your best football come playoff time. It is November. We ain't even put a turkey on the table yet. We are 7-2 and leading the NFC East. It ain't no gosh darn Super Bowl this week. Lions could tumble and fumble for the next 8 weeks. We just saw they bum ass lose to JJ McCarthy 2 weeks ago. Now we said if we can't beat this team, then we ain't winning shit. Like, one game at a time, okay? One at a time.
I just need to see an example of the best version of us. You don't win a Super Bowl by not showing the best version of you at all. You know what I mean? It got to start peaking out at some point. You know what I mean? Leading the league in punts, man. I don't think a team has ever won the Super Bowl leading the league in punts.
That's a good question. I had to look into that. That's a good question.
You know what I mean? We just got to be more fluid on offense, man. The defense. So this is the thing. When you have a good defense, right? A good defense will always get caught slipping at least once every 6 weeks. Yeah, they're gonna have an off game. We had an off game against the Giants, and the Giants beat us because you want to know why the Giants beat us? Because the offense wasn't able to hold up their end of the bargain that week.
Also, hold on, the defense let the Giants score 34 points.
And let's not forget the defense.
That's what I'm saying. The defense had an off game.
Let's not forget Quinyon barely played and Jalen Carter did not play. Nolan Smith was not playing. This is a totally different defense than against the Giants game.
You're supposed to beat the Giants.
I agree, but all I'm saying is it ain't the end of the world each and every week. I feel like every week is some dire mode for the Eagles. Like, No other team is like, if they don't win week 11, then it's all crumbling and fumbling down. Go ahead and resign.
I'm not worried. I'm not in the Giants game. I'm not worried about the defensive players that didn't play. You know what I mean? Because if the Giants are going to score 34, then it need to be a shootout then, because we're shorthanded on defense. My point is AJ, Jalen, and Smitty, and Dallas Goedert, and Saquon Barkley played in that game. Losing that game, you know what I mean? It's going to have to be a firefight because we can't stop nobody.
I think unacceptable. So I agree with you. It is unacceptable.
We scored like what? We didn't even score 20 points in that game.
Yeah, we scored 17. Ultimately, it's unacceptable. Ultimately, you're right. It is unacceptable. I will give you that. But again, like, just bringing it back to the Lions, again, like they're a team that, when it comes to Philly, at least have a chip on their shoulder. They're a team that feels like they shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's a lot of that permeating throughout the league right now. Every time the Eagles come to town, like it's shoulda, coulda, woulda. They should have beat the Eagles. They should have. This could have happened. The Eagles would have did. It's just like, listen, man. With all due respect to all these teams, all these other fan bases, pardon my French, I don't give a fuck about you. Like y'all have to look at it from the perspective of y'all gotta come to Philadelphia. And that's why I want the number 1 seed so bad. Because I feel like if we get the number 1 seed, nobody beating the Eagles in Philly under no circumstance. In the playoffs, at least. I believe that. So when I think about the Lions, they've been wanting they crack at the apple for a long time. And remember in the offseason, Amon-Ra St. Brown, he wanted us in the opener, didn't he?
Yep.
And obviously it turned out the way it turned out. But I look at Detroit as a team that is beatable. Like Symone said, I look at their schedule and I ask myself, who have they really beat?
I mean, they haven't.
Who have they beat?
I don't even know.
They've been beating up on bad teams.
I'm not even saying like we shouldn't respect our opponent. I'm just saying like we hold this team like it just be too much.
They not us.
Like, it be too much. Like
they get the respect like they won the bowl.
It's like they've been in the Super Bowl 2 to 3 years. That gotta win every week. Every week is a must-win game for a 7-2 team. Every week they have to prove themselves. Every gosh darn week, winning football games, like we said on this pod 1,000,000 times, is hard.
Because we're not their favorite. That's why. We're not their favorite. When the Eagles do, we're not the one that they want to love on. We're not like the Eagles are not the team that the national media wants to prop up. They're not. So when the Eagles are going through what they're going through, in spite of winning the games, right? Like when they're going through what they're going through, they're going to try to find chinks in the armor. They're going to try to find angles to say, oh, this is going to be the week. This is going to be the week. They were saying that all last season.
All last season when they had the same issues. AJ Brown reading a book on the sideline. AJ Brown saying the passing game AG, AJ Brown pissed every week. Offense needed to show up early in the first half. Every week until December, they said was a prove-it game for the Eagles. Every gosh darn week. You win one game, next game, this the game they got to prove it. And I'm telling y'all, if we win this game, it's going to be the Bears. Oh, they got to win against the Bears. Bears are surging. Jalen Hurts never proved he can beat Caleb Williams. Every gosh darn week, it's going to be a must-win gosh darn game for the Eagles. Like
I'm telling y'all right now, clock this. If they win this game, I don't think they lose another game all year.
I guarantee you.
That's how I'm feeling. If they win this game, I don't think they lose another game.
But
I really don't.
They ain't played Washington yet. They haven't played Washington yet. In Washington, and y'all know how dangerous that is.
Ooh.
It's gonna be something every god dang week, bro. Every week we sit up here saying how dire this motherfucking game is. How could
honestly, I think after this game, you might as well just start padding the stats. Just fine tune some plays. You know what I mean? Because the division is ours. If you win this game, I think you win the division. I'm not even worried. You're already going to win the division, but I think
we already packed. We got the freaking.
This is all number 1 seed talk. If you ask me,
we got the Raiders.
I think we can close the door on the division.
Division already wrapped up.
That's not even a conversation. If you ask me,
no, it's still some games to play. Packed. We still got some divisional games left to play,
and they got some too.
The division is packed up.
By Washington.
In my opinion,
We got kids by Washington. And we not
I think
losing
it's
to
packed
Geno.
up.
We not losing to Geno, Kenny Pickett, whoever is suiting up for the Raiders at home.
I'm not.
You're not losing to Caleb Williams and the Bears.
This is number one seed talk, if you ask me. In my opinion, every conversation we have from this point forward should be about the number one seed. The division is already, in my opinion, packed
You
up.
can't do that without winning this game, though. You can't.
That's why I said if you win this game, I don't think they lose another game. Personally. Because
who we got after this? Dallas?
Well, we still got the Chargers.
We got the Chargers and the Bills.
You got Dallas, Chargers,
Bills. The Bills game, they're going to say they're going to say Herbert. Oh, Jalen ain't bring Herbert. This is a prove-it game for the Eagles. Can they win on the West Coast? Like, they finna make something up every gosh darn week.
Golf about to throw them picks this week. I'm telling you, man.
I think Jaylen Phillips gonna have 2 sacks on Sunday.
I think what we're gonna see is a run on interceptions this week.
So but before we get to the super chats, what was y'all thoughts on Jaylen Phillips' impact in that Green Bay game? It was his debut. We all know the story behind Jair Alexander, taking time away from football. Michael Carter, he didn't really play in that game. So Jaylen Phillips had a really, 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 really good game against the Green Bay Packers. As a matter of fact, just to make sure I do him justice here, when I look at the box score, Jaylen Phillips finished that game with 6 total tackles, 4 solo. He had a TFL, 2 quarterback hits, had a forced fumble and a fumble recovery. So when y'all think about Jaylen Phillips and what he's done, and also Nolan Smith coming back, and Jalen Carter is healthier, right? And you got BG and Jalen Hunt is taking his second half of the season to another level, right? When you think about Jaylen Phillips and his overall impact, tell me what y'all saw. Tell me, did y'all see a drastic difference in the way that D-line played? Just break down what was your thoughts on Jaylen Phillips overall. LB, we can start with you.
I saw a first round talent. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I saw the guy. I saw the trade deadline I saw the best trade deadline acquisition. I don't think Quinyon Williams is going to have that same immediate impact. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I saw dominance. I saw what we've been missing. He unlocked the defense, bro. He literally unlocked the defense without even trying to. He unlocked the defense. He just showed us that if we can get some sort of a pass rush, we could be unstoppable. So you know what I mean? I saw dominance. I saw hunger. I saw a guy that was happy to be here. I saw a guy that felt like he was free. Back with Vic Fangio, just playing good ball, man. He did his job. He cooked. I ain't got nothing bad to say about homie, man. That was a hell of a debut.
Yeah, and big time plays, the big time moments. The 4th and 1, remarkable play. The play where he was being blocked by the right tackle, and Josh Jacobs was coming between the, I want to say, what was that, the C gap, the B gap, and he slipped that block. Jaylen Phillips got right up that block, tackled him for a loss. I mean, Jaylen Phillips looked remarkable. He looked fast. He looked powerful. LB, I think you nailed it though. He looked like a guy that was finally able to use his talent in big time games. He looked like a big time player. Symone, what was your thoughts on Jaylen Phillips?
I agree. Best trade. I feel like best trade from the deadline, bro. Best trade from the deadline. I know Sauce. Yeah. Best trade. Jaylen Phillips, man, I know he is just ready to win, bro. He got, like you said, he unlocked the defensive line. This defense helped unlock him. You know what I'm saying? When he came here, he said, this is the best thing that ever happened in my life. Not in my football career, my life. And
he said the weather was good. He said the weather's good here. I'm like,
yo, when he said that, I'm like, well, you came from Miami. What are we talking
about? But no, I'm excited. Just to get that kind of energy mid-season, the energy boost that this defense. I just love how the offensive defense. It's 2 different countries. You know what I mean? It's 2 different countries. But the boost that this defense got mid-season with Nolan coming back, ready to eat.
They looked fast. That D-line looked different from any game I saw all year.
BG. And then Jaylen Phillips. The boost that this defense got mid-season from a morale standpoint, leadership standpoint, physicality on the field standpoint, is crazy. That's why I'm just so excited. I be forgetting about what the offense got going on. Forgetting about that defense just got me get loud on third down. You know what I'm saying? Like the defense just got me so freaking excited.
They got a chance to be better than last year. I ain't gonna lie. They got a chance because it's still like the halfway mark, but it's clicking at the right time, man. And Nolan's not Nolan Smith. Jalen Hunt make a play every week now.
Jalen Hunt.
He makes a play every week.
Evolving.
Since from that interception, then a sack. Then I think he's had a sack every game, like the last 2 or 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Last 2 or 3 games.
Yeah. He got a sack. He got a sack against Green Bay. He got a sack against New York.
Vikings.
And he had the pick 6 against Minnesota. Jalen Hunt in that game, though, he had 5 total tackles, 5 solo, 1 sack, 2 TFLs, a quarterback hit. He had a crazy tackle for loss when he got to the running back. I was like, damn, like
fast.
He's fast, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like this team from sideline to sideline, they're fast. That's why I'm not looking at Detroit like they're just so hard, so that much difficult to deal with. Like with Jaylen Phillips truly added a whole nother angle, whole nother dimension to that defense.
And the amount of energy and personality, like that defense is having so much fun.
They lit over there. I ain't gonna lie.
They lit. That's what I'm saying. It's like 2 different countries. The offense and the defense, like it's like 2 different worlds. Like, are y'all on the same team?
Moro Jomo is having a good year too so far.
He is the man,
amount of personality on that defense. Like they're having a ball. They having fun. Like that. It translates. So yeah, I'm loving this defense.
For sure. Let's get to these super chats, y'all. We appreciate the love and the support. You guys have been phenomenal as always. Smash the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Symone with the Sport. Subscribe to Lord Brunson. Subscribe to Tone DeShields II. Well, chalk it up sports for me. So I appreciate the love and the support, you guys. Y'all tuned into the Linc Up. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know how we give it up here, man. We've giving you our perspective on the Eagles' offensive situation. AJ Brown, the playoff race, in particular within the conference. We've also broken down the Jaylen Phillips impact in this defense, how it's lit over there. It's a parade over there. So let's get into these super chats, y'all. We appreciate y'all so much. We got LaWallace Pratt. Shout out to LaWallace with the super chat. Thank you, man, for the Dubskis. He said, my favorite big 3, Lions are food. Cam is a effing hater. But y'all keep up the great work. We'll always watch when either one of y'all live. Appreciate you, LaWallace. That's love.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Justin Long with the super chat. Thank you, my brother, for the 5, for the nickel. You feel me? He says, what's up, y'all? Nice to see you all. We need to come in, focus, and show up on all 3 phases: offense, defense, and special teams. I agree, Justin. Darrell Stewart with the super chat. Thank you, man, for the nickel. He says, LB, thank you for your service. Keep up the great work, ladies and gentlemen.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to LB, man. Veterans Day was on Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on Tuesday. Yeah, I had me
Did you go get your free meal from IHOP?
Nah, I'm going to IHOP. I ain't going to IHOP.
You heard he said next to nah, I don't go to IHOP.
Nah, I ain't go to IHOP. I don't eat that. Come on, man. I don't want to disrespect nobody to eat IHOP. I don't eat that shit. I went to a steakhouse though. And I've been off red meat for like the last 3 weeks, so that shit was bothering me. I had like some pasta though.
You went to a steakhouse and you've been on red meat for the past 3 weeks. That's
yeah, man. I was in there struggling, man. I'm looking at my fiance, fat ribeye. Shit was juicy. I'm like, damn, let me fight it.
Alex with the super chat. Thank you, man. He says Lions scored less than 17 twice this year, both losses versus playoff teams. LB sounds scared, shaking my head.
I mean, listen, man. If you think I'm scared, you need to go to bed. I'm just voicing the concerns, bro. I'm just. Do AJ sound scared? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. I ain't gonna
lie. Earlier though, I didn't like your tone, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Because I don't trust Kevin Patullo, bro. Like, and I lost sight of that. Because we was winning, and it been slight belt to ass 2 out of the last 3 games. I lost sight of me. Now I don't trust Kevin Patullo.
Let me ask you a question real quick before we continue with the super chats. When I was watching that Green Bay game, yeah, it was tough. It was ugly. But was there ever a point where you felt like the Eagles were not in control of that game? And be honest.
I didn't sweat the entire game, bro.
I felt like they was in control.
I just felt like we was in control.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, because we've been in games close like that, but something about that game just felt like, oh no, we controlling this thing. We just got to make sure we make the play when it's time to make that play. But it felt like we was in control of that game. Like, LB, what about you? Did you feel like at any point?
Yeah, I felt in control 0-0 at halftime, bro.
Yeah,
I felt
that's a weird feeling.
I felt in control. I'm just like, yo, this is going to be a grinded out situation, a low scoring battle.
Because we watched all those other games in the previous early in the year about when the offense was having a bad half and so on and so forth. This game didn't quite feel like that. It was a different energy.
You know why? Because Vic was on love ass, bro. He was sending Nakobe Dean. He was sending Jahad Campbell.
Yo, Nakobe is having
Nakobe Dean.
Yo, the way the run defense is transformed since Nakobe came back is nuts. And I didn't think, and I don't want to sound crazy.
You know who had a bad game though? Coop had a bad game.
Dejean?
Yeah,
he had two. He had two holding penalties.
He had a bad game.
I
need Coop to tighten up because the Lions are going to involve Jameis Williams. They're going to involve him this week.
For sure. But no, you're right though. Cooper Dejean on the low had a bad game.
He had a bad joint on the low.
Marcus Craig with a super chat says, "Relax, y'all. Birds by 14. Jalen is going to ball out." Yeah, I feel you, Marcus. I anticipate the same thing.
Appreciate you, Marcus.
Gaines with the super chat. He says, "My folks, damn."
Just Gaines, what up?
YouTube. He said, "Well, damn, YouTube the bid. I don't get no notifications. What I missed?"
You ain't missed much, man. We just talking about the drama, the Lions matchup.
Go run it back, bro. Run it back.
Marcus Kane with the super sticker. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you, man. That's love. The Big Ten rep up with the $10 donation. Thank you. He says, "I understand Detroit is very talented, well coached, and somehow targeting the Birds for whatever reason. But they're not going to come into Philly and have their way. We trust Vic. We trust Hurts. Eagles for the win." I like the way you lined that up, Big Ten, because the reality is they do feel like we took something from them. They feel like that. They really feel like we took something from them. But the problem is
they should feel like the Commanders took something from them because that's who beat them.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like their energy is misguided, and I think that may be their undoing in this game on Sunday night.
Yeah, they want it too bad.
You want it too bad.
The whole time we know the whole time Jalen got his eye on him. Like, I know y'all really want us in, but I'm not. Jalen ain't gonna let it happen.
And Jalen don't call out teams like that. Like as far as sharing their sentiment, right? He made it. He was very specific to say this is a team that's been wanting a crack at us. He said that. So he's this
game gonna let me know a lot. It's gonna let me know a lot about the offensive line. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
About the offensive line?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me know. It's gonna let me know if Lane is going to a rapid regression. If Aiden Hutchinson come out here and do Lane dirty, but it's Aiden Hutchinson.
I thought Aiden lined up over Mailata's side.
Aiden be everywhere sometime, bro.
That's true. That's true. I think
wherever they see the weakness at, bro. If the weakness is at guard, they're gonna put Aiden right in front of the guard, probably.
Yeah, Cam Jurgens should be back. Everybody was a full participant in practice this week, so Cam Jurgens should be back. By the way, Mailata didn't have a good game against Green Bay, if you ask me.
Mailata been bad this year.
He had 2 false starts. He was just a little
when
twitchy
he slipped in front of Saquon on that
was crazy. That was crazy. Because
move,
bro. If he make that block, Saquon is going. If he make that block, Saquon going like 10 yards, 15 yards.
I was so freaking pissed, bro.
But then Saquon slipped the play right after that.
Yeah. Right.
That's how I knew.
And that's what be wrong with our offense. This is like goofy shit be happening back to back. Then you got.
I was like, ain't no way this man laid down right in front of Saquon.
When Saquon slipped right after that, I was like, "Oh, something wrong with the turf." And
Saquon holding on to his back, like, "Yo, which way?"
Right.
Yo, and then Aikman
just lay there, roll over or something, move.
Yo, right after that series,
drop and roll.
And Aikman and Joe Buck was like, "Yo, Green Bay gets a lot of complaints about this field, about how slick it get."
Yeah,
like Aikman and Buck said that. So when they said that, I was like, okay, I ain't tripping because back-to-back plays, your left tackle and your running back slip. The left tackle ain't making no cuts. So like, I'm trying to understand. Anyway, let's see. Schoolboy with the $5 super chat. He says, AJ said it's not Jalen in the press conference, but I'll say this. Campbell pride and temperament cloud coverage is what it should do. I feel he going man. Well, the Lions play man at the 4th highest rate in the league. So we're going to see a lot of man in this game. And that's where AJ Brown, Devontae, and Hurts feast. So if the Detroit gonna have to break some tendencies if they want to win this game.
Bro, them deep crossing routes, bro. And even if
they
they try
going
to switch the zone,
bro.
I'm telling you, bro, run the crossing routes. Even if they try to switch to zone, it's gonna be some that zone gonna bust a few times because they don't play zone a lot. They might be cooked through the air.
Yo, LB, can you read the super chat, bro?
I ain't reading that shit, man. Get that shit off of here, bro.
What's wrong with that?
Huh?
What's wrong with having good skin?
Hello, look at this picture, bro. This is it built?
He just asking for the routine.
He said, LB, you got great skin. What's your routine?
Oh, man. Listen,
Men
it's a little
routines too. What's wrong?
You know what? I'm gonna be an adult. I got my quarter zip on. It's some shit my girl got upstairs. It's a cucumber scrub situation.
Quarter zip season. We don't do the Nike Techs. We don't do the Nike.
I don't do the Nike Tech. I do quarter zips.
It's quarter zip.
Young bulls. That's with the quarter zip gang. I've been doing it.
Schoolboy back again says, and thank you for the super chat. He says Stoutland's been getting too much of a pass. We are complaining about our offense, but O-line getting penalties that's messing up the big plays all season. Yo, that's another thing too, right? Because I saw people criticizing the Green Bay game for another angle. They were saying, "Yo, we ain't got no identity." I'm like, first of all, if you watch that game, they leaned wholeheartedly into their identity. They tried to run the ball. They ran the ball. Symone, what you giggling about? What's up?
You laughing at the comments.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Because they in there trying me. I'm trying to ignore them. I don't want to say nothing.
But basically, people talked about the Eagles' identity in that Green Bay game, and I'm like, yo, they leaned into their identity wholeheartedly. They tried to run the ball, and there was some big run plays that came up the board because of penalties. So we got to keep that in mind too. I think this Eagles offense is going to be okay overall in the long run. Let me see what's going on in these comments, y'all. Because my man Big Ten said,
I do be hydrating. Listen. You know what it is, man. I'm off the red meat, man. I'm getting the toxins out my body, man. And then you know what else I do? I just I do a little light meditating. I just do the things that keep me from putting hands on folks. That's how you get your skin right.
I got you. Symone, I saw your post too. I'm gonna try to get through these quick. Eagles. What you gonna smoke? You got a 49.
My food about to be ready.
Girl, I'm thinking you got like an interview, big time. I'm thinking you got Justin Jefferson lined up.
What you eating? Now I'm about to give me some food too.
Yeah, I am too. I got something waiting for me. Some tacos.
Who made them? Dylan made them.
He's making them right now.
Oh, girl. Anyway,
bro, they right there. Go ahead. Go eat your tacos.
Eagles 149 says, let's not forget that if our special teams don't score or block, we lose 2 games. Who gives a fuck about that? Yo, this is football. Like the reality is, I could point out millions of plays every week from any team that if they didn't make this play, they lose. Stop doing that. That's national. That's the national media like weave through your brain. Eagles 4L. Like that's weird energy to me. If
Dylan doing crispy, he doing crispy tacos or soft
or both.
We don't do the crispy tacos. We do soft tacos.
I do soft.
Crispy tacos are too aggressive. We're not about aggressive energy. We live soft lives.
That's real.
Soft tacos, soft lives.
That's real.
Delsky with the super chat says, get AJ off the team after this year. He got an inconsistent, unstable mindset. The brother even started drama after 100 yards, two TDs in a win. Weirdo energy.
There's some people that's tired of it. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Listen, I ain't here to listen. I'm glad I'm the decision maker. El Tigre 22. He says when the design runs are called, then the offense will go back to being unstoppable. It's too early in the season. Got to manage wear and tear for one. That's another thing too, right? In that Green Bay game, in the first drive, you saw a couple quarterback design runs for Hurts, and they was killing Green Bay, but he fumbled on one of them. They wasn't really doing too much of that all year long. I think they've been trying to be careful with that, like El Tigre said. It's Word with the super chat. He says I'm in section 112 Sunday. I'm gonna come holler at my people. Shout out to Word.
My guy War V in the building.
Sky to the Man T says I have a feeling AJ gonna go crazy in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the playoffs is where AJ gonna cook this year.
Yeah, I think so too. Alex,
but listen. Let's not act like it's still not. I think AJ is going to have 1,000 yards receiving this year.
Bro, to your point, it's 8 games left. People got chill. It's 8 games left. He could crack 1,000 All he needs is like a couple 150-yard games, and he back already on road. Like, shout out to Alex with the super chat. He says people say Symone doesn't have outbursts like AJ, and he doesn't. But in the new mic'd up video, he says just throw the effing ball. If you listen to Smitty, just because he's more mild mannered, that doesn't mean he don't be feeling the same way AJ do. Guys handle conflict stuff differently. You know,
guys,
what it is AJ has made himself easy to be picked on.
Yeah, and he's chosen himself to be that. If you notice, he says that in the interviews. He says, "If I got to be that guy, I will gladly be that guy. I'm not a."
That's what he told. That's what he told me the other day. He said, basically directed everything towards him because he can handle it. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to direct nothing towards none of y'all. I'm just trying, I ain't looking to attack.
Jerry Potter with the super chat, it says Eagles are going to beat the Lions this Sunday. Eagles are going to make a bold statement that we are the reigning Super Bowl champions. Go Birds. I agree with you. Alex,
I need me a little stop. I need me a little stopwatch.
Lane spoke up, but it's not AJ, so it was no noise. Again, I'm with you on that, Alex. Like, people have spoken up about this offense. It just looked different when AJ said it. And also he has a history. So, and plus he's a wide receiver. You know how that go. Chris the Raikage Bruce with the super chat says AJ basically called out Nick and KP. They coach and scared. Unload the damn clip with this offense. I agree 100%. William Johnson with the super chat. Thank you for the Dubskis. He says, don't know if y'all remember when Jalen mentioned playing not to lose, and AJ said the exact same thing. Lane even mentioned that the offense was being predictable. It's clear the players are being ignored by the coaches. Yeah. AJ's just the only one that's been real consistent about it, and you kind of see it. You kind of see it on him. He makes it known. I'm not doing okay right now. But the super chat says, I wish we won in 2022 because it seems like the Super Bowl win last year vindicated Nick and his playing not to lose scary ass style of football. I don't know. Interesting. I gotta think about that a little more.
What it is Nick don't want to get his man out of here, but that's a different situation.
Yeah, that's bestie.
I think that's now we have. Let's have the ugly conversation. But shout out to Fanny with the super chat.
Appreciate you, Fanny.
She says, we're not Daniel, and this ain't the Lions den. Let's defend our crown. Time to put up or shut up. Fly like the eagle. I know that's right, Miss Fanny. God be the glory. All right.
Amen.
Justin Long with the super chat says, Symone was cooking big time. You are 1,000% right. Only person cooking right now. Only person cooking right now is Dylan. Cool Eagle SNE TV with the super chat says Detroit is the NFC's New England Patriots. Very fraudulent, beating up on bad teams. They're not for real. Y'all scared of golf? Fuck no. Like, there's nothing about golf's game that scares me. Nothing about his game that scares me. I know who golf is. Eventually people gonna realize it though, because they keep letting these guys surprise them. Golf is exactly who you know him to be.
You know what? As much as we want to see it through the air, I think Saquon about to run for like a deuce.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that Lions defense can be had. I'm telling you.
On the ground. For sure.
And I'm running at Aiden Hutchinson. I'm running right at him.
Listen, this ain't Micah.
This ain't Texas.
Listen, every dog has his day.
Try to trip you.
Every
right. Come on, bro.
If Micah don't trip him, he going for like 15, 20 yards, bro.
15,
maybe a touchdown. Maybe
that's a touchdown if you don't get tripped.
Bro, and that's what I'm saying. So many things happened in that Green Bay game that stopped us from really taking that next step. But again, man, people want to do what they want to do. Dagger with the super chat says all that shoulda, coulda, woulda is just lack of accountability from bums who couldn't make it to us in the championship game. They weren't good enough and blame us because they asked for real. Exactly. You should have never let Washington come into your trap and take over your trap. Simple as that.
Right.
24 Birds with the super chat says, did y'all hear what Hugh Douglas said yesterday about Jalen Hurts being the main problem with the offense? Hugh Douglas
is not a Jalen Hurts.
Bro, 24 Birds, to your point, Hugh, in my humble opinion, I got a lot of respect for Hugh Douglas. He was out of line yesterday.
He be wilding, but he be what's it called?
He was out of line yesterday.
He be clickbaiting.
He was definitely out of line yesterday.
He on the gas too, though.
He was trying to say, he do. But
he do though.
My man tried to say that Jalen Hurts is being immature for the way he's handled AJ Brown. He just said a lot of he made a lot of bold assumptions.
I respect all the Eagles legends, but respectfully, we talking about championship players, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Respectfully.
And I agree with 100%. You said it. I got respect for y'all to a degree. Like y'all, at the end of the day, you behind them WIP microphones, just like your man, Joe Gigolo. Like y'all not really
Gigolo. My hands
Hey,
up high, my feet down low. It this the way I gigolo.
Oh man,
this must be some young shit. What is this?
What is this?
I never heard that.
It's not. That's our generation. My hands up high, my feet down low. It this the way I jiggle. It's basically like you get your little dance on.
Yeah, we did that summer camp.
Hello, hello.
When I was a kid, they came up for summer camp a lot.
Yes, that was definitely summer camp, recess, elementary school.
Fanny Woods in the super chat says, "I'm glad we got our front four back. Love Nolan and Hunt. Yo, that Jaylen Phillips, Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, the whole line. That combo.
You know who else gonna get better as the year go on? BG. We ain't even talking about it. He's going to get better because his IQ is just crazy. He knows what to do. He knows what's happening. And
on top of that, he ain't playing the whole season, so them legs is fresh. JT87 with the super chat says AJ wants his stats. He can't be happy for Smitty and Goddard having career years. He complained after the Minnesota game, which was our best game. I don't know if it's
Symone, you know that song, but you never seen Friday. Yes, because I was outside.
I don't know if it's a
touching grass. I wasn't inside watching shows. I was outside double dutching, gigoloing in the
garage. Quick one with the super chat says the Rams schedule is harder than the Lions.
They both tough. That's what I'm saying. Out of us, Seahawks, Rams, Lions, Birds, I think we got one of the coolest.
That's what I'm saying. But to that point, though,
it's still a schedule, but we got Washington twice. We got the Raiders. We got the little boys.
Cowboys.
It's in Dallas. It's a rival.
That defense could be a little better.
Yeah. But
Washington, here's the thing, right? Who's the most battle-tested team? Like, I know people don't really like how these games have been going with the Eagles, but when you think about it, and you think about who they beat and how the schedule's gone, no back-to-back home games, going up against all these playoff teams, right? Is there any team in the league that's more battle-tested than the Eagles? No. Is there any team in football that you trust more in a one-possession game than the Eagles?
No. All the playoff teams that we have played, this schedule has been a gauntlet with a new OC, with so many new pieces on this defense, with all the turnover on this offensive line and the steep level of competition and the travel, and they still winning.
They've been injured a lot on the offensive line this year.
Yeah.
The only thing that hasn't been thrown at us was an international game this year.
That's the only. Good point. Good point. That's the only thing. But this schedule has been brutal for them. The travel.
Let's get through these real quick.
Yeah.
So you trying to get your food now? Okay. Now you trying to get your food.
New Jersey.
They still sending them.
Yeah, we gotta get through these. New Jersey 75 with the super chat says AJ's a baller, but his antics crazy. That's that crazy young buck childish shit. When we was eating, it was all good. Now somebody eating, AJ complaining.
No.
I don't think it's that because somebody be eating every year.
People entitled to they take because he opened this can for people to feel this way about him.
That's true. Kelly Green with the super chat.
How you feel? I don't agree with that, but I can't be mad. Nobody to do.
Kelly Green Crash Bandit says it's not Hurts or Patooties. It's Sheriff Sirianni and the super conservative mindset. Let's see. New Jersey back again says much love to my favorite 3 content creators. Salute to y'all and salute to LB and all my fellow military veterans.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
Cheryl Yeager with the super chat says I loved you guys, but I need that LB energy. Pick it up, boss man. No worries because we them birds.
Them birds, baby.
Them birds.
Manta with the super chat says anyone noticed the RPO was gone, no longer holding those linebackers and defensive ends. Offense will explode on Sunday. D line will be disruptive. Symone hard shell is best. I'm talking about the tacos. All right. I'm a soft show guy personally. New Jersey back again.
I delivered.
We almost done. New Jersey with the super chat. They look good too. Damn,
they do look good. You don't want no cheese?
Yeah, you don't want no cheese on it.
We don't do cheese. We don't do dairy. You know what I'm saying? Body is delicate. Dairy is rough.
Dairy is, yeah. I don't really do dairy too much. I do cheese though.
I do cheese, but I don't do like I don't do milk. I do almond milk.
It's not even because of dairy. I just don't.
I do oat milk. You should try oat milk. Oat milk is good.
Oat milk is delicious. I love oat milk. All right.
Ew, sour cream. That's disgusting. I don't do no white
I
sauce.
don't, yo, sis, I don't do no white sauces. I don't do none of that.
Disgusting.
You don't do no white sauce.
Anything that's white.
Any white sauce or creamy sauces, I don't do it.
It freaks me out.
Y'all don't like Alfredo?
No mayo.
Nah, I'm not
ranch.
I don't do ranch, no blue cheese. I don't
no
do
blue
ranch?
cheese, no sour
blue
cream.
Cheese?
I don't do blue cheese. No.
Ew.
I understand sour cream, but ranch? Do y'all eat fried chicken?
First of all, it's called ranch.
Yeah, I eat fried chicken, but I eat it
Put
with
some
hot
ranch
sauce.
on your fried chicken one day.
Ranch.
That shit gonna change you.
I've never even had ranch.
I'm cool.
That's
ranch is just dirty mayonnaise.
New Jersey with the super chat. I've been an Eagles fan since the late great Buddy Ryan era. Seen a lot with this organization. We good. Trust. Keep rising. When I coached, I preached one team, one mission. Facts, man. Shout out to G Fish at 24 Bird song. Win, LB.
You know what? I think I'm gonna drop something on Monday. Actually,
Shaq B night. Yo, bro, I'm still eating off that tape. You know that, right?
I got 800,000 streams on one of them platforms.
What, Broken Crayon? Still colors, or are you talking overall?
No, just my whole catalog on Apple Music.
Bro, I'm still
shout out to y'all.
I'm still eating off a Broken Crayon, bro.
No, yeah, that's my shot. I listened to it a little bit yesterday.
Shaq B93. He says, I think it's crazy how I haven't even realized Cam Jurgens hasn't played. He ain't played in 2 weeks, bro.
Definitely respect the tooth. He been holding it down.
Yeah. New Jersey back again with the super chat. Thank you, New Jersey. We appreciate you, man, for donating as much as you did. He says the physicality of this squad reminds me of the Jim Johnson era. Him and Vic were good friends, similar mindsets. I like that.
You scared to be on camera eating that taco.
No, they pissing me off talking about some ranch.
Alex with the super chat says people don't get why AJ complained after the Minnesota game because AJ had one great game.
So y'all ain't got no ranch. You ain't got no ranch in the refrigerator.
I don't do no condiments. Okay, no ketchup, no mustard.
Oh no, that I can't.
No ranch.
No, you're taking it too far now.
So you'll just get a fresh fried piece of chicken and just eat it.
Now I do hot sauce.
I love hot sauce.
I don't do hot sauce. I don't eat hot sauce.
Okay,
what?
See, now you
I can't.
Like, wait. You don't do spicy food, or you don't eat hot sauce?
I don't eat hot sauce.
Yeah, I don't.
What does it do? What is it there for?
I like spice. I like spiciness. So I like a little hot sauce. Yes, I eat my salad without dressing.
I'm not about to just pick up some hot. I'm not about to pick up some hot sauce and just put it on my chicken or on my fish. I don't like it.
It's disgusting.
You go to the fish fry, get your 2 slices of bread with the fried white.
It makes, but a good fried piece of fish don't need nothing.
A good fried piece of anything don't need nothing.
Anything don't need nothing, which is why I don't do sauces. Because I like if it's done right, you don't need any sauce.
Yeah, you eating a taco raw. You must just get some bread and
no. I'm never eating a taco raw.
No. Ain't no taco season or nothing.
The meat is seasoned.
You ain't got no. You ain't got no salsa, no nothing.
I put some lime juice.
Are you really a lady?
You could have put like a little 2 shrimps on it. That's
shrimps.
That's good.
I don't.
New Jersey got another super chat. The most definite team, more battle tested than us. And then the last super chat, Dagger says, "Swear to God, I thought I was alone. No white sauce, bro.
No white sauce.
I don't eat white sauces.
So y'all go to the Peruvian chicken spots. They be having all around the suburbs.
Listen, I'm not eating no sauce on
LB, we from Philly, bro, right? We from Philly. I don't do halal platters, bro. I don't do halal platters. All that, like, bro, that white sauce, I don't do that. I don't do no halal platters.
But they got other sauces, though.
I told you I'm not a sauce person. I like my stuff dry. In salad.
So what you get on your cheesesteaks? What you get on your cheesesteaks?
Dressings to salad.
Then
it's not
giving. What you get on your cheesesteak, Tom?
On my cheesesteak, I get salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo, fried onions, hot pepper.
Right, so you do white sauce. I don't
count mayo on that. I don't count mayo on that.
You don't count mayo.
I don't count mayo on that personally.
Listen, this how you know. Listen, ask anybody from Philly what they put on their cheesesteak. This is the serum. This is the recipe. Mayonnaise, fried onion, salt, pepper, ketchup. You say it in that order. That is the serum.
Yep. Salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo, fried onions. Yep.
Y'all eating mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise, fried onion, salt, pepper, ketchup.
I don't do no other white sauce though. Man, I don't consider mayo a sauce.
You see how I sauce club? You're eating the worst.
I had to catch him. You see, I had to catch him. Hold on. What you put on your cheesesteak? I had to catch him because I know it's mayo on that bread. It got to be the cheese. I had to catch him. You eat white sauce.
Who?
You just don't eat all the varieties.
Who?
Tone. He eat
cheesesteak. Tone. You nasty, bro. Tone. You eat mayonnaise, Tone. You nasty.
Listen,
you
man.
do too. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna catch you lacking too.
No, when I tell you, I'm
You can't have a cheesesteak without mayo. Come on, bro.
I'm
like
too
you
embarrassed
can't.
to even
You
say the
can't.
types of condiments I have not even had. Okay, I'm too embarrassed.
What, you ain't have relish? You ain't have mustard?
I ain't had ketchup.
I love relish.
You ain't never had ketchup in your life?
No.
And
Let
this
me tell you
You're
why.
lying. You're lying. You're lying.
No,
I'll believe it. I
I
believe it.
swear to God, Dylan can vouch for me right now. When we were younger, which is the same thing I'm gonna do for my kids, my mom would not let us use sauce under the age of 8 because she didn't want us to make messes on our clothes. So once I turned 8 and I was allowed to have sauce, at that point I was scared and picky. So I never really had a lot of stuff.
You ain't never had no ketchup.
Nope.
I'm not buying that. You said you had it on something.
I swear to God, I ain't never
Did
had
you ever eat
ketchup.
McDonald's?
Huh?
You
And
ever
I'll
eat
eat my
McDonald's?
fries.
No, but I understand though. Like I don't.
And I'm gonna do the same thing with my kids. They not getting no sauce that I gotta wipe up, clean off your shirt.
It'd be crazy.
They
Man.
fingers
say
be all
it's-
sticky and nasty.
No, but listen, sometimes certain stuff be so good you don't need nothing on it though. Sometimes stuff be good. Like I had some good fried chicken where I could just eat it.
No, that's a fact.
But like if you could dress it up, why not? But I don't need to. Like as I got older, I don't need to put sauce on
Bro,
everything.
I'm not eating no glizzy without no ketchup, bro.
Ketchup relish,
I'll put some chili on there.
spicy
But
mustard.
I like a hot dog by itself.
But you know the
You eat a hot dog by
chili has
itself.
like a tomato base. You eat the glizzy, a dry glizzy.
A dry
It's not
glizzy?
dry because the hot dog is juicy.
Nah.
It's just the flavor of the hot dog. Why does it?
We got to read these super chats. We got to throw a flag on the plate, man.
Yo, for real, man.
We got to throw a flag on.
King Solomon said, "Bro, I don't eat mayo on my cheesesteak. Only white sauce I eat is whipped cream." That's funny.
I don't even count whipped cream.
A cheesesteak without mayo is dry as hell. You're tripping.
No, so Philly, even though that's my man Salas, I know Salas ain't Muslim, I don't think, but a lot of Muslims don't really eat mayonnaise.
Really? I never thought about that.
Because they got gelatin in it, they got pork.
Oh, got gelatin in it? I didn't know that.
They got pork in it. Shit, a Muslim will tell you everything with pork in it.
Yo, for real. Yo, listen, when I was a young boy, I tried to offer my homie Skittles. He said, "No, bro, I can't."
No, I got yellow 5.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is yellow 5? He said, "No, Skittles got gelatin in it." I'm like, "Skittles got gelatin in it."
Yep.
I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, yo, it's funny as hell. But look, man. Yo, Shaq said, "What is hot sauce for? Get LB out of here."
No,
that's what I'm saying. To make
they already called it dry.
What are we doing?
New Jersey said, "Moan, you the plug with the access to the link. Me and the Mrs. Def got to meet the staff and the players."
I mean, I ain't no plug. I'm just a moan.
Oh man, but look,
It's a
y'all,
dry girl.
Dry glizzy. It's crazy.
It's not dry because the hot dog got flavor and it's juicy.
Stop saying that.
You gotta stop saying that. You gotta stop saying that.
Second of all, you better put some ketchup on it. Something.
Yeah.
No relish.
No. Y'all really don't understand the way I
You
live.
eat pizza, so you eat pizza?
Yeah.
Oh,
Here and there.
I love pizza.
Would you tell them hold the tomato sauce? So you just eat some toast. Let me go eat your taco, man. Let me go find.
Yeah, let's go, man. Look, y'all.
I've been eating clean all
y'all.
week. I think I'm about to go to Wingstop.
Man, I got a
Give me a
BLT
12-piece extra wet, some sauce on that bitch.
extra crispy.
Right, little lemon.
Y'all get on my nerves.
For sure. Listen, y'all, it's been a phenomenal show, man. Y'all been fantastic. LB and Symone, y'all crazy as hell, but I love y'all nonetheless. Smash that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to all our channels. Subscribe to the Linc Up YouTube channel. Subscribe to Symone with the Sport. Subscribe to Lord Brunson as well. Subscribe to Chalk It Up Sports. Man, we appreciate y'all. Trey came in, said I came in for football. Y'all giving the best comedy show.
All I did was show my tacos and got ate up.
Man. On that note, y'all, fine show, fine co-hosts, fine guests. Man, oh man. Eagles, Lions, Sunday night, prime time. This is what it all amounted to, y'all. Give me a quick score prediction before y'all go. Give me a quick score prediction. Off the top of your head.
I think we're gonna win by 12 at least.
34, 30-24 Eagles.
30-24 Eagles. Okay. I think I'm flirting with 24-21 Eagles. 24-20 Eagles. I'm flirting with that.
I like that.
Anyway, that's the show, y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all been tuned into the Linc Up featuring
We
Symone
said we was
Stanley.
looking 45 minutes.
I know, right? It's because y'all wanted to talk about glizzies and shit. Like,
Get me out of here, man.
Yo, we the Link Up. We out of here. Peace out, y'all.
Skincare and glizzy.
Right.